Peace, my friends. Welcome to practice. I am Ben, and today I have some props around me. I have 2 blocks, which are optional. They're not required by any means. And I have a strap. Again, this is optional. This might be nice to have for like one pose that we'll do. But really all you need for practice is yourself and a practice space. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started in tabletop position, going through some cat-cows. So we'll inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart through. Exhale, push away around the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart through. Exhale, push away around the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart through. Exhale, push away round. Do 3 more rounds on your own. Feel the spine just coming into your awareness. And then go ahead and find downward facing dog. You can pedal it out, you can shift the weight around a little bit if you want. Feel space being created and stability and strength, kind of allowing space for that openness to happen. So one thing I love about yoga is that it creates flexibility, but it creates flexibility in the context of stability. So first we find stability, first we find structure, and then we find freedom within and around that structure. And structure provides awareness, structure provides safety. Give yourself 2 more breaths in down dog, whether you're in stillness or you're shifting around a little bit. And then roll into a plank. Push the ground away in your plank. Shift to a side plank, right hand to the sky. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Shift to side plank, other side, left hand to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down to the ground. Plank pose, and then sink all the way down to the belly. Slow lower. Rise up into a locust pose. Float the arms forward and float the legs behind you, long locust, like we're Superman, Superwoman. And we'll breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, return to plank as we rise on up, and then scoop the hips up for down dog. From down dog, right leg to the sky, 3-limb down dog. Step the right foot outside of the right hand. From here, drop the left knee down and reach the right hand up to the sky for a twist. Optional, bending your left knee and binding onto your left foot for your quad stretch. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Release your bind if you have it. Bring both hands to the ground and lift your left knee off of the mat for more of a lifted lizard lunge. From here, crawl the hands to the back of your mat. Take a skandasana pose. Side lunge back of the mat, bending into your left knee. From here, shift back to the top of the mat, plant the left hand, step to side plank as the right hand lifts to the sky. Maybe the right foot stays lifted. We'll pull the right knee into the chest and step all the way forward for a high crescent lunge. So as the right foot steps forward, both hands up to the sky, we're in high crescent lunge. 2 breaths here to feel our first standing lunge of the practice. Bring your hands to heart center, shift forward, warrior 3, take it into a balance. From warrior 3, we'll open right into half moon pose as the hips rotate open. Feel the balance challenge, and if you get wobbly, that's okay, just embrace it. Because it's part of the journey. Step back to warrior 2. Left foot lands back of the mat. Ground. Look forward over your right hand. Triangle pose, extend the right leg and reach out into your triangle. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to bend your right knee. Scoop up, reverse your warrior. Inhale. Exhale, rotate both hands to the ground. Grip the mat, step back to plank. From plank, lower through chaturanga into upward facing dog. And then back to downward facing dog. From down dog, left leg to the sky, 3-limb down dog. Step left foot outside of left hand. Drop the right knee down, twist your left hand to the sky. Stay there or bend your right knee and reach back for your quad stretch binds. We'll be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, release that. Both hands to the ground to the inside of your left foot. Lift the right knee off of the mat, energize, and then shift toward the back of the mat for your skandasana. And then come back to the front of the mat. Place your right hand down, side plank as the left foot steps back. Maybe it stays floating. We're not here for long. In fact, we'll go ahead and pull the left knee back in to step the left foot forward, rise into a high crescent lunge. Stabilize here. Warrior 3, bring your hands to heart, float into your balance. And then this is where we peel open to half moon. And this is where I use a block, especially for that transition from Warrior 3 opening into half moon. A block is nice for my hips personally. Adds stability and structure, allowing me to find freedom, which is what we just talked about. Step back to Warrior 2, gentle step back. Open into triangle pose. Look up in your triangle, take an inhale. Exhale, start to bend your left knee and then scoop up into reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, rotate both hands to the ground, step back to plank, and then it's your flow from there to chaturanga, to upward facing dog, and then to downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky, 3-limb down dog. Step right foot outside of right hand. Drop the left knee down, twist right hand to the sky, optional quad stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, release your foot, both hands to the mat, lift your left knee up behind you, drop the heel down behind you to shift into skandasana, back of your mat. Crawl to the top of the mat, side plank on the left hand as the right foot steps back, maybe it stays floating, and then pull it right into the chest again, step through for a high crescent lunge, both hands up, shift forward, warrior 3, balance, peel open for half moon, find new space. Step back to warrior 2, and then find stability once again. Triangle pose, extend through the right leg, and then find the posture. Inhale here. Exhale, start to bend your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, rotate both hands to the ground, step back to plank, and then it's your flow from there, and we'll meet back in down dog in a couple breaths. Left leg to the sky, 3-limb down dog. Left foot steps outside of both hands. Drop the right knee down, twist left hand up, option to reach left hand back for right foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, release this. Eventually we'll carry it all the way to the back of the mat, skandasana. We'll come to the top of the mat for side plank on the right hand as left foot steps back. We'll pull the left knee into the chest for high crescent lunge as we rise to standing. Warrior 3 as hands pull down to heart center, shift into your balance. Peel open for half moon as right hip rotates above the left hip. Step back into warrior 2, staying in this alignment. Triangle pose, extend and then hinge. Inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, rotate hands to the mat, step back to plank, and then move through your flow from there. Let's go through one more round of the exact same thing, and then we'll switch it up and add on. So right leg up, right leg outside of your hand. Drop the knee down. Optional twist into your quad stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, release your foot, carry it to the back of the mat, skandasana. Come to the top of the mat for side plank. Right leg reaches back for your side plank. Right knee pulls into the chest, step the right foot forward, rise into high crescent. Bring your hands to heart center, lean out, warrior 3. Peel open, mindfully for half moon. Step back for warrior 2. Open for your trikonasana. Bend your right knee, rise up, reverse warrior. Rotate hands down, and then mindfully lower to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg up, 3-limb down dog. Step right, left foot outside of both hands. Drop the heel down behind you and shift the weight to the back of the mat. Then shift the weight to the top of the mat, side plank as the left leg reaches back. Pull the left knee into the chest, step up into high crescent lunge, hands up. Shift forward into warrior three, energizing. Peel open into half moon, mindfully, and then step back, warrior two. Extend your left leg for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Bend into your left knee, reverse the warrior, inhale. Exhale, both hands to the mat, plank pose into Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, look forward, bend the knees. Hop into Malasana squat, feet outside of the hands. Allow yourself to be here for a moment, sitting up tall, long spine. Crow pose, place the hands down, lift knees onto triceps, and then float up into your Bakasana crow pose. We're here for 3, 2, Malasana squat on 1. Drop the feet, lift the chest. Press down through your feet, rise all the way to standing. Keep your wide stance, arms up, press your hips forward. Standing back bend. Interlace your fingertips except thumb and first finger, Kali Mudra. Press hips forward, look up, take an inhale. Exhale, release the arms by your side. All right, we're gonna do dancer's pose. But for dancer's pose, I'm gonna use a strap today. You don't need a strap to do dancer's pose, all right? All you have to do is take your hand to your foot and then reach like that. I'm using a strap because I'm wanting to take this other version of dancer where we'll be standing on the right foot first, so the left foot is gonna be lifting. I like to take the strap, loop a hole in the strap, and then take it around my left foot, and then left leg reaches up. And then so the only difference with the strap is because it becomes a 2-arm dancer. So now instead of just bringing left hand to left foot, I kind of use the strap to bring both hands into the equation. And then I crawl the hands down the strap, and then I'm in more of a back bending posture. All right, so dancer's pose with or without the strap. If you don't have a strap, you're not missing out on anything because dancer without the strap, still in incredible posture. Let's breathe here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Slowly let go and release on 1. All right, stand in neutral for a second. Maybe you twist side to side, just taking some easy, simple trunk twists. And then, of course, we'll even ourselves up and do the second side. So we'll loop the right foot into the strap, or just connect your right foot to your right hand. No worries. My favorite thing about yoga is that you don't need anything besides your body. A yoga mat is an extra thing that we've added on. And props like blocks and straps, those are also extra things that we've added on. So you only need yourself, but if you have props, they just provide opportunities to explore something different. Any version of dancer, we're breathing here for 5, for 4, another 3, another 2, slowly release on 1. And you better believe we'll do it again, not right now, but later we will do dancer's pose again. For now, let's take big toe hold, another balancing posture. Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. Let's bring left side peace fingers to left big toe, and then extend the left leg out in front of us, right arm to the sky. All right, stay here, or open your left leg out to the side. And you can do this, you can keep a bend in your knee, or you can use your left hand under your thigh to support your leg. But the easiest way to modify this is just bend your knee. It becomes way easier by bending your knee, right? Try your best to stand up straight, work with the dynamic energy of a posture like this. There's a lot going on, many lines of energy for 3, for 2. And then if you're out to the side on 1, come back through center. And then release the foot and try to very slowly, mindfully bring the foot back down. All right, shake it out a little bit. Let's do the second side. All right, so peace sign fingers to right big toe. Or take any other variation. Again, bend your knee, or just use your right hand under your thigh to support your leg with your arm. Make it easy, right? I think, and then open to the side if you want. I think sometimes there's pressure of doing the hardest option, right? We let our egos take advantage. And sometimes the hardest option is good, but there has to be ease in there too, right? I wouldn't be taking this option if I wasn't able to talk, if I wasn't able to breathe, if I was freaking out, if I was getting anxious. No, I'm here because I can be here. And if I couldn't be here, then I would be somewhere that I can be, if that makes any sense at all. All right, if you're out to the side, come through center, and let's slowly release right foot to the ground. Because we are wherever we are, and we have to meet ourselves where we are instead of meeting ourselves in a place that we're not at yet. It's not going to work out. All right, so from this, we release those balances. We'll get back into some more grounding postures. So top of the mat, reach the arms up, inhale, push the hips forward. Exhale, fold forward, down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, place the hands down, step back to plank. From plank, lower through chaturanga, pull through to upward facing dog, and then back to downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths in down dog. And then another sun salutation. So inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or hop back, plank into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. And then let's do one more, same thing. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, both hands to your heart. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, forward fold to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, step or hop back, plank into chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky, 3-limb down dog. Step through for high crescent lunge. Both hands to the sky. Both hands to heart center. Long spine, lean out. Twist. Left elbow, right knee. Stay strong in your back left leg here. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, open to warrior 2. So everything unravels. Warrior 2. Reverse triangle. Straighten your right leg and lift the right hand up. Into side angle pose. All right, take side angle with the arms open if you want. Take your bind if you want, and then if you go for the bind, option for bird of paradise. All right. If you're going for bird of paradise, you know what to do. Step forward, and then rise to stand and bring your right knee up with you. I'm going for it, but I'm feeling a little wobbly. And then if you want, you could try to straighten the right leg. If you went for bird of paradise, whenever you're ready, drop back to side angle when you're ready. Let's all reverse the triangle again, extending, opening, and then head into half moon pose. If you have a block around, feel free to use a block. Option for a chapasana, bind, bringing left hand into left foot. Breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, release the left leg back and step all the way back, star pose, turn sideways to your left, arms up, inhale, forward fold, exhale. And then just be in any variation of this wide-legged forward fold for a couple breaths. You could rock side to side, you could wiggle the hips, you could crawl the arms forward and back, or you could just be in the fold. If you want an inversion, take an inversion. I think on the next round I might try a handstand, but for now I'm just gonna really drop into the fold. 2 breaths. All right, from here, just walk the hands to the top of the mat. And then step the right foot back for side plank. From side plank, pull the right knee in, step the right foot to the top of the mat, and then shift to the back of the mat for skandasana. And then shift the top of the mat for plank, step the right foot back. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky, 3-limb down dog. Left foot steps forward, high crescent lunge, arms up. Breathe. Hands to prayer. Long spine, lean out. Twist, right elbow toward left knee. Strong in your back right leg, once again here. Breathe a couple times. Warrior 2, unravel all the way. Reverse triangle, extend your left leg as you bring left hand up. Side angle pose. Either open the arms, find a half bind, full bind, and if you went full bind, you could shift bird of paradise, standing up and bringing the left leg up with you. Maybe you try to straighten the leg. We'll meet back in side angle, and then we'll reverse our triangle again, providing another moment of release. Into half moon, shift forward into your balance. If you went for the Trapasana bind on the other side, maybe you try it on this side, and we'll be here, any version of half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana for 10, 9, 8, 7, another 6, just another 5, last 4, 3, 2, on one step back, star pose, turn sideways to your right, inhale, arms up, exhale, forward fold. You have another few breaths in this forward fold, add on whatever you want. I might try a little handstand action, we'll see what we got. Two more breaths. Find a halfway lift. And then start to walk to the top of the mat. Step the left foot back for a side plank. And then step the left foot all the way forward. Skandasana, back of the mat. Drop the right heel down, shift things back. Come to the top of the mat for plank, step back. And then go to Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths in your down dog home base. Stay active, stay long through your side bodies. We'll take one more journey through that flow we just did. So right leg up, 3-limb down dog. Step right foot through for high crescent lunge. Open and elevate up. And then prayer twist toward your right knee. We're here for 5, 4, 3, keep breathing for 2. Warrior 2 on 1, open and unravel. Reverse the triangle into side angle. Stay in side angle, bind, bird of paradise. You know all the options. Pick one, they're all good options. And then let's meet back in side angle. And then let's reverse our triangle. And let's head into half moon pose. Open and expand up. Optional bind with your foot. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Step back, star pose. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Stay in flow this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk to the top of the mat. Side plank, right leg extends. And then right leg pulls in. Step back to, or shift back to Skandasana. And then shift forward and step back to plank. Lower to Chaturanga. Open your heart into up dog as you pull the hips forward. And then find down dog. Left leg to the sky, 3-limb down dog. Step through, high crescent lunge. Hands up. Prayer twist toward your left knee. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, unravel. Open the arms. Warrior 2. Reverse triangle. Side angle. Add on and accessorize how you choose. We're just here for another couple breaths. Meet back in side angle into reverse triangle. Lift left hands. Shift into half moon pose. Breathe here. Take the variation that suits you. And then step back. Star pose. Turn sideways. Inhale up. Exhale down. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, top of the mat. Step the left foot back, side plank. Pull the left knee in. Step the left foot forward. Shift to the back of your mat toward the right foot, Skandasana. Come forward, step back to plank. From plank, lower through Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, pull the hips through. And then downward facing dog. Reset once again. From down dog, look forward, bend the knees. Little bunny hop, top of the mat, or Malasana squat. Stay here or take a crow pose, Bakasana, your choice. These are both hip opening, or I should say hip strengthening for the hip flexors. Malasana is a little bit more stretchy. Bakasana is a little bit more strengthening in the crow pose. From here, let's all meet in Malasana squat, both feet down. Lift the chest, and then stand up all the way. Both arms to the sky, stretch up. Grab a hold of your right wrist and lean over to your left. Switch, come through center, grab your left wrist, lean to the right. Come back through center, relax the arms. Ooh, shake it out if you want. We've done a lot. We've done a lot. All right, so let's take dancer's pose again. Either take left hand to left foot, dancer's pose, or if you have a strap or you're taking that variation, then feel free to use what you got. Dancer's pose, Natarajasana. If you're using the strap, still put energy into lifting your left leg. We're not just fully relying on the arms to lift the leg. We're still energizing. Crawl the hands down the strap if you are using it. We'll be here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, last 3, last 2, slowly release on 1. Give yourself a little moment in between sides. Whew. We should all feel very, very proud of ourselves today. Let's do the second side. So either bring right hand to right foot and just go into dancer's pose, or if you're using the strap, then go into your two-armed kind of back bend version of your dancer's pose. Once you get there, it's your journey. If you wobble out of it, that's a great journey too. Just come back into it when you're ready. We'll explore here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. We're going to do that big toe hold one more time. So again, option 1, just keep your knee bent. Open to the side if you want. Keep the knee bent. Right. Option 2, bring your fingers to your big toe. So let's do left leg first is the one that lifts. Left leg up. Extend if you want. Open to the side if you want. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Listen carefully on 1. Come back through center. Release your foot, but try to keep it lifted. For 3, 2, 1. And then slow lower for 3, 2, 1. Twist it out if you want. Whew. And then other side. Last balancing pose of the practice. Peace sign fingers to your right big toe, or take your preferred variation. Open to the side if you want to open to the side. Uttita Hasta Parangustasana B. For 5, 4, 3. Oh, just fell out. Come back in. For 2. On 1 through center. Keep the foot floating, but release it with your hand for 3, 2. And then on 1, slow lower for 3, 2, 1. We did it. What a journey. What a journey. We did it. We should all feel great about ourselves. All right, let's inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place the palms down, step back to plank. From plank, slowly lower through chaturanga. And then inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place the hands down. Last one, plank through chaturanga. Up dog. Into down dog. And then from down dog, shift into plank again. Come down to the belly. Bend your knees, bind onto your feet for bow pose. And then expand. We're here for 12, 11, 10. Stay in it for 9. If it's too much, just take a more mellow version of it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Release this. Press yourself up. Take child's pose or just sit on your shins for a few breaths. Close the eyes. Just slow it down for a moment. Extend the legs out in front of you, seated, wide-legged forward fold. If you want, you could kind of stay in movement. You could shift and reach this way, shift and reach that way. Or honestly, what I'm feeling in this moment is just folding and then breathing. And if the ground feels far away, you can use those blocks if you have them to just place your forearms on the blocks. Then just breathe into your hamstrings and let this be a more passive exploration of the space that we've already created. Start to lift up, and then we'll cross the legs. All right, doesn't matter, one leg will go over the other, and then we'll take a forward fold over the legs. Allow this to be a hip stretch, and you can also do this with diamond-shaped legs, meaning the soles of your feet would come together and then your knees out wide. So that would do the same energetic intention as this pose would as well. And let's sit up just enough to switch the cross on our legs. And if you're in the diamond-shaped legs or the Baddha Konasana shape, then you can obviously just stay where you are, or you could lay down as well and do the same thing, just laying down instead of folded. Otherwise, switch the cross on your legs and then fold for a few breaths. We'll start to sit up, and then we'll lay down on our backs, and we'll prepare for bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. So for bridge pose, bend your knees, place your feet on the ground, and then rise on up. Press down through your feet to bridge the hips up to the sky. If you want, you can bind your fingertips behind your low back. Press down through the shoulder blades, lift up through the hips, feel awareness through the bottoms of your feet, and we're here for a few moments. Release down. Take a happy baby or a plow pose. I'm going to take plow because it's quite the opposite sensation of a bridge pose. In fact, I'm going to reach my arms overhead, and this is creating almost like a Supta Paschimottanasana, or a reclined, upside down, inverted forward bend. And then take one more bridge pose. Land your feet, press down to rise up. Find your own energy and then experience it. Let the breath keep flowing, and we'll be here for some moments. Slowly release down. Same thing, happy baby or plow pose. Or any other inversion if you want anything else. Just take something with a different perspective than we normally have, which is what plow offers to me in this moment. Come back to the earth. Take pentacle pose, which is basically just lying down with our limbs going in all directions. So imagine a pentacle shape, and the legs both go long and wide, and the arms both go wide out to the sides. They could be reaching slightly up or slightly down, but basically we're just taking up as much surface area as we physically can. Then we breathe into the belly. We direct our breath to the center of our being. Feel the neutrality of the spine after moving all around every which way. Slow down the breath even more. Find ease, find peace. Not just physically, but notice that there is peace in the mind, there's peace in the spirit, and even if you don't feel it, there's always at least the tiniest glimmer of peace always existing within you. See if you can find that. Then we'll take a few minutes together to either lay here in pentacle pose for our Shavasana, or you could take a more normal Shavasana, just bring in legs and arms a little closer together. Or you could sit in meditation, but let's all take a few minutes right now to experience peace and stillness and rest together. Feel depth in your breath and allow that depth in the breath to remind you of the depth that you have as a human. You're welcome to bring one hand over the heart, one hand over the belly. And for our last few moments here, maybe you breathe into the hands. My friends, this is where I will leave you. I recommend either sitting up in a meditative seat for 30 seconds, or you can stay in your laying down Shavasana position for a few more moments if you have the space and time to do so. It is with a warm heart, with love, with gratitude, with a sense of peace and possibility that I will bow to you. And with that bow to you, I am also bowing to all beings, past, present, and future. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey today. I wish you nothing but love. I hope to see you again very soon. But until next time, as always, peace.